G'day. I'm merging on the highway. I'm just coming back from a long drive. Listen to Betty Wright, who I just discovered from my new mate, JD Simo, who I met today. We've met, but we hung out properly for the first time. Man, what a cat. Just a great bloke, you know. Man, when I moved to town, JD was one of my biggest influences. Just like monster picker, and I remember hearing him be like, "Oh, dude, it's like Clapton playing country." But he's so much more than that gig. He's just a phenomenal musician, great human, and it got me thinking that maybe I need to talk about this. That, you know, people say that there's cliques and meeting people and all this and blah 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 blah, and people often ask me, you know, hey man, how come you know so many people? It's because I take chances. That's the honest answer. I take a chance. Oh, pothole. I take a chance. And like I tell everyone, I just reach out, man. I send emails or I send an Instagram DM. What's up, dude? Can I buy you coffee? Let's hang out. Great. And I guess I want to talk about that for a second. You know, a lot of people view Nashville as networking. If I meet this guy, it'll get me to this guy, and if I take this gig, it'll get me to this gig. And I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it is. Maybe that works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. I just love making friends and hearing stories and learning the history of this town and learning about places that I never got to visit and learning about players I never got to see. You know, that's who I am. I live for this stuff, man, and I'm a total guitar nerd. I'm a freak about it. I just want to play and hear guitar all the time. So I'm sorry there's no playing in this video. Although tonight I'm going to be practicing a bunch and messing around, so I'll record something. Probably won't tag it onto this video though. It'll be on the next one. Maybe I'll upload a video of just me playing and see what happens. No views. Man, connecting with people. Connection is such a vital part of the human experience, right? Is meeting people. And it can be really difficult, you know. It can be scary meeting monster musicians or people who perhaps you revere or put on a pedestal. But eventually, you know, you live in town and you just realize, like, oh, they're just blokes. They're just people. They're just, oh, look at that, the camera's not straight. A recurring feature of the Rutu show. People are just people. And that's that. Like, they're just cats, man. They're just hanging out, doing their thing, hoping you're doing your thing too. When you're able to remove, like, say, the ferocity of someone's approach to the instrument and ability to play, what are you guys doing? What are you talking about? What are you digging on? I mean, JD was showing me some hip records, man, and we were talking about some jazz. I mean, we were just getting to know each other, but we had some great stuff to talk about, and it went a bit deeper than just, you know, gear. And, you know, we did talk about builders and players and stuff, but we talked about some other stuff, man, some of the esoteric, which I love. And I guess this comes down to, like, the hang thing, you know what I mean? Man, I was so nervous when I got to this town. When I met people, I was hands shaking, scared to be, oh, thank you, you're the best player I've ever heard, and blah, blah, blah. And I realized eventually that, like, dude, I'm just another player, and he's just another player, or she's just another player. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, the best player in the world. Although, you know, I will admit there's a couple people who, if I met, probably would still... It'd be very hard for me to meet, like, Eric Clapton and not be like, oh, dude, come on. But, like, at the same time, he's just another guy who plays the guitar and writes songs. And, you know, he happens to be a lot better than me at it, but I'd probably talk about football or something, you know what I mean? I just got a notification. I just hit 800 subscribers. That's a cool feeling. Thanks. I'm still kind of shocked people even want to listen to this, you know, full rant about anything. But the thing is, man, like, I think the trick is, like, do you want to get to the end of your life and have to wonder if you were a good person, or you just want to be one? And it's a serious question, you know? And I think that applies to hanging out with people. Like, it's cool to hang with other guitarists and we can nerd on gear and all that. But like, what do you have past that, you know? And determining whether your friendship is based on a static interest like guitar, or like if you can hang more than that, you know? It can be hard. But it can be hard when you're first new to town, perhaps, and you want to impress everyone, to not try and impress people. But eventually you realize that, like, people aren't concerned if you're the best player in the world or not. But people, you know, someone just pulled out in front of me, of course, way too slow at the wrong time. Didn't even bother to look. But what people like is when you're a good dude. And ultimately you have to determine what that is for you and in other people. Because you won't see eye to eye with everyone. What you can always do, though, is be polite, say thank you, say please, you know. Just, I think it's important as you approach being a musician to recognize that, you know, eventually you're all working musicians, so you're all evens, you know? It almost stops being like this guy has this gig and plays stadiums this big, and this guy's on records and I just do this, or like, I play stadiums but he's on records. It just starts being like, it's another bloke, just hang out with him, you know? Go get coffee and wax lyrical on something. It's all that matters. A long-winded way to say chill out. I'm telling this to myself 5 years ago, you know what I mean? I wish I had been told this. Because, man, I was so nervous and cagey around these guys and scared to open up. And then, you know, in the last years, just realized, like, they're just people, man. They're just good dudes making good music. They love, you know, they have kids and they have lives and they have other interests, and they love doing what they do. And that's why we all get on, is because we have this common thread, but there's so many unique characters. You know, the best characters are always a little crazy. But like, that's the exciting part, is the eccentricisms can make people so fascinating. But sometimes it can go the other way, and people can be really difficult despite being mind-blowing musicians. But I think for me, I just love meeting people. I love making friends. I really love meeting people. I really love talking to people about their experiences and who they are, and it's really fascinating to see what makes people tick and what's helped to create the person they are. It's a school zone. Okay, going 40, but it's fine. That's one thing I'm pretty adamant about, dude. It's a school zone. Slow down. Anyway, I don't know. Being a good person costs nothing, right? Being a good human is free. But, you know, it doesn't pay dividends to hurt other people or, you know, try and big dick people. No one cares, dude. There's so many good players in town, and there's so many good players in this world. It doesn't matter. You're going to end up where you meant to end up. All you can do is work your hardest, try your best to be a good person, and hope for the best, because, you know, it doesn't matter. You're going to do what you do. You're going to be who you're going to be. A lot of people really want to prove themselves, and I get that, because I was there. But then you realize, like, you know what? By proving yourself, you end up trying too hard, and no one cares. In fact, people are probably turned off by it. People just want to know who you are, not who the version of you that tries to be better than everyone else is. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, another rant in D minor. I'm pulling up to the house. I'm gonna go take a little nap, and then I'm settling in to play some guitar for the evening. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna play my Vox. That sounds fun today. All right, thank you again. That's really cool that I hit 800 subscribers. That makes me feel quite incredible. Oh, my cat's in the window. They know I'm coming. And I'm really thankful to everyone who's watched, supported, and commented, and continues to. It just means so much to me. Anyway, awesome day. JD, phenomenal human, great guitarist. I don't know if he'll see this, but if he does, just stoked, mate. Stoked, mate. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm just amped, dude. I'm just amped and inspired to play the guitar. My friends inspire me more to play the guitar than any guitar hero does. You know, I spent so many years in that Steve Vai, Joe Satriani thing, and like, it's great. But now I'm just so interested in like the notes that come out and how they're played and how they work in the context of a song. And oh god, all three cats are in the window. Okay, sometime I'll have to show you all that. They all pile up when I get home because I hear the car come and they know that sound. Anyway, I'm gonna go do my thing. But yeah, I don't know how to be a good hang. Chill. Go with the flow. Don't force your political or religious beliefs on other people. Don't force topics on other people. People are going to talk about what they want to talk about. Decide if you have to be a listener or a talker in a situation. Being a good listener is a skill I've had to work really hard on, and I still don't know if I'm any good at it. But I think that's a good place to be. I don't know if I'm any good at anything. I just try my best. Yeah. All right. Peace, y'all. I hope everyone has a great day. It's so beautiful out. And yeah, if you've ever been on a bus or on a gig or anything, you've had great stories or something, tell me them. Tell me what you guys want to see and hear about. I'd love that. When you get on that bus, just do your thing. Just be cool, man. It's all going to work out. You got to have a lot of terrible experiences to have a good one, right? Lord knows I was the worst hang in the world when I got to town. All right. Cheers.